It's the ALK show. Where we keep it. ALK show. Where we keep it. Where we keep it. Where we keep it consistent, logical, encouraging, accurate, and real. It's the ALK show. Where we keep it. Where we keep it. It's the ALK show. Where we keep it. Where we keep it. It's the ALK show. Where we keep it. Where we keep it, where we keep it consistent, logical, encouraging, accurate, and real. It's the A.L. Perkins Show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another night of the A.L. Perkins Show. We apologize getting on late. I was playing around. Didn't know how to get back, but I'm grateful tonight for another opportunity. Happy first Sunday of February, and all of you that are watching tonight, we thank God for you for chiming in and being our faithful guests. We should have a lot more people on tonight because I heard the Pro Bowl was horrible, and so we want to thank God for you sharing with us tonight on this first Sunday of February, the month that they have given us as Black history, as we tell his story. Grateful tonight. I don't have to do this by myself. My man from York, Pennsylvania, who's representing his wonderful team tonight, the Cowboys. We thank God for him. Dr. Walt Howard, who's been on the road traveling. I see you, Carla and Brooke and Vic. Thank y'all for coming on tonight. And I pray that y'all will share. Raymond King, good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see everybody. Dr. Walt Howard, say hello to everybody tonight.
What's up, everybody? Bringing greetings from York, Pennsylvania. So wonderful to be in the broadcasting booth with my colleague, the one and only Reverend Dr. A.L. Perkins. And as you can see, I am sporting Cowboy Nation on tonight. Even though we're not in the Super Bowl, even though we're not going to no bowl, we're still representing on tonight. So shout out to Cowboy Nation, shout out to the Bay Area, and shout out to the country, and of course shout out to York, Pennsylvania, and our Shallow family and those who are chiming in.
Somebody said you got on the wrong hat.
No, I got on the right hat. I'll get one for them if they want one.
Saying, boo. We're going to give a shout out to the Bang Bang 49er Nation. Y'all feel better
now? No. I'm going to send them a Dallas Cowboy hat. I'm going to send them one. I'm going to have it personalized.
Yeah, man. It's good to have y'all. How was your Sunday? How was your Sunday?
Man, we had a wonderful Sunday, man. The Holy Spirit came in so profound. I didn't even preach today, literally.
What? Wow.
Didn't preach, man. Didn't preach. The Holy Spirit just moved in the sanctuary in such a powerful way, man. And
that's awesome.
Just let the Lord have his way.
To the young preacher out there, hey, Sister Jenna McCoy, lesson 101, you cannot out-preach the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Don't you ever try. You will not be successful. That's another topic for another day.
Yes, sir, Doc. That's a much needed conversation.
Know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Know when to walk away. Know when to run. Yes, sir, Doc. Yes, sir.
Indeed. So, man, I'm glad you had a good Sunday. You're still talking about Dominion. Well, you didn't get a chance to talk about Dominion, so
yeah.
So we're
still in the Dominion series, still talking about the kingdom.
So you fire that off next week. You'll fire off that next week.
Yeah, the next time I'm in the pulpit. Yeah.
Okay. So you
preferably. That's my desire.
I understand. Hey, those are Sundays that we need. That
Yeah,
I'm
Doc.
grateful.
And we needed it. We really needed it. It's been about 2 years, man, since we've really had a engaging experience because we were closed for the pandemic, and then once we
Right.
reopened, a lot of members just streamed online because of fear of safety and various other protocols. But today, our attendance was up. Everybody wore their masks, social distance. We just had a wonderful day, and they came, I think, with a sense of expectancy. Those that came today came expecting something, and they got exactly what they needed.
That's what's up. That's always good when they come ready.
Yes, I died. What about the harmony? What about over there in the Bay?
Harmony, I think went as the pastor went today.
But that's most Sundays, man. Come on, that usually that's most Sunday.
And I was just one of those.
Lesson number two: the pastor is the worship leader for the house.
I was just in one of those funks, man, where you just have a Sunday where you're just not feeling it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was one of those Sundays that I wish I really was feeling it because I think it was a good message, but I didn't have the oomph to give it that I think it needed it.
You didn't have the
No, man, try oomph on it.
It's been a while since I heard the
I tried, but I didn't have a oomph. Oh man, it's been a rough, although the month hasn't been long, but it has been, and we'll talk about it. Matter of fact, on third Sunday, my godson said he enjoyed it. Well, thank you, Lord.
Yes, sir, Doc.
That's my
Thank
camera.
God for the one.
Hey, here, listen, man. But for third Sunday is the 3-year anniversary of my brother passing,
Oh
and
wow.
me and my mother just have been already just feeling some type of. Matter of fact, on third Sunday, it is the actual day that he passed away 3 years ago. And I think we just go do a show in tribute to him and just talk about him, man. I think that'll help me. And I even see how my mom feels, see if she'll come on and we just roast him. But for some odd reason, man, this grieving thing is no joke.
No.
And um the actual day is the 20th, but I've already been in the funk since February being here, and just I've been real fatigued, real nonchalant. I've had to like force myself. I mean, and I was like, man, I can't get like this because I've been doing good, staying on top of my homework. We getting ready to graduate in May. So it's like I can't have this drought or this slump now. We gotta hang in there and fight through. But man, this grief stuff, man, is
It's
not
real, Doc.
it's no joke. It's a
Real.
person out there that's grieving over a loved one, and we'll talk about it one night. Grief is just not over death. Any type of disconnection, that you possibly had. You could be grieving over your kids going to college, and you got an empty nest now, or you started a new job, or some are grieving because they haven't been able to go to church. I mean, so there's
Yeah.
so many different ways that you or things that can cause you to grieve. And my brother, Elder Williams, who I've known for a while, he lost his wife some months ago, and I know
Yeah.
Carla
He
lost.
he just posted it 7 months ago.
And Carla lost her mother a year ago, and so yeah, so I would encourage people to, it's necessary, it's natural, and it's needed.
And it
Those.
doesn't matter who you are or what social status you're in. We just learned about Chelsea Kyle, the young lady that was an attorney, beautiful young lady, a former Miss USA uh, winner, had her whole life ahead of her. She was an attorney. She was engaged in civil rights, and she took her life in New
Yeah.
York.
Wow.
Jumped over the high rise.
Wow.
And a beautiful young lady, man, Chelsea Cow. So our thoughts and prayers go out to her family and every other family that's out there, and we talk about this in our story, suffering in silence. just so many people, Doc. You see them smiling, but behind that smile, many times there's just a smile turned upside down. And my prayers are with you, Doc. I know next week is going to be tough. I know the week leading up to it is going
Right.
to be tough.
Yeah. Mom's just came on
My
too.
prayers
I
are with
don't
you.
think she heard us, but our mom, if you listening, we were just talking about how rough the month has been leading up to June's passing. And we just talking about how grief is everybody grieves differently, and have their own way of doing it. But man,
And
thank God that we don't grieve without hope.
amen. And you can't, and unfortunately, people have to realize you can't tell a person how long to grieve.
No, you can't. Not at all.
Can't tell them just to get over it. We all deal with things differently. We all create it differently.
That's
And I
right.
think sometimes we come across as being insensitive
Right.
when we have that type of approach. Well, it's been 30 years. You ought to get over it. I oftentimes tell people that you can move on, but you don't move from.
Yeah, yeah. You learn to adjust. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to move on, but
yeah.
many times in moving on, you never move from.
Right.
And I think that's another very important understanding
Hmm.
when you're dealing with people who are grieving, hurting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. I agree. Well, man, the Lord put something on my heart tonight to talk about. I almost got sidetracked in my in my message today. You know how sometimes you're filling your people out and you're doing your intro, and then all of a sudden you hit this point, and I hit this point, man. I could have took a left turn and never came back. I started talking about history and how they only gave us 1 month when how you
Historic.
give us 1 month when it's really a part of American history. So, and I almost took a left hand turn, but I said, no, I'm hanging here. I didn't work too hard for this message. I ain't about to get any good away. And so I was talking about how uh, everything I said in my intro this morning that if we were to not use everything that Black people invented, we probably wouldn't have made it to church. And if we did make it, we would have came half naked and our hair would have been looking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, if our contributions were erased from history, this country we wouldn't know this country as we know it now. It would be a totally different place in terms of advancement, in terms of technology and cultural relevance.
Right, right, right. I feel the same, and that's what I want to talk about tonight. That's what I want to kind of highlight. Just talk about this the different things that we have contributed to that we don't always get all the credit for. I want to do that. I need to make this public real quick. Okay, there we go. Should be good now. So I sent you a list, and let's just walk through it, man. Anything else you want to talk about before we hop on there?
No, Doc, I think that's in terms of Black history and even as we celebrate Black History Month, we want to definitely acknowledge how history was made with Brian Flores with the
Oh
lawsuit
yeah, yes,
on February 1st. The
yes,
lawsuit that came from him suing the NFL over their hiring practices and
yes.
how many times African American candidates are interviewed without any intent, of them getting the job, and they're just checking the box to going through the motions. Everybody's talking about the Rooney Rule, the Rooney Rule, the Rooney Rule. My position is this: the very fact that there's a need for that rule is a problem.
Right, 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 right,
The
right.
fact that you have to legislate fairness in hiring policy for the NFL, which is 70 some percent Black and 0% ownership, and you have to have a rule in place for there to be fair and equitable hiring practices when it comes to executives and head coaches. The fact that that rule exists indicates that there's a serious problem.
Serious problem.
Yeah.
And what I wish I wish our brothers would do, and I know it was Super
Oh,
Bowl, but
oh,
I wish
I got, don't, Doc. I already know. I already know.
just if we did just one day.
No, no. Here's what I think. I think with as much money as being made in the NFL, and as many blacks are in the NFL, pull out and create our own league.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Pull out,
yeah,
create our own league, and
yeah.
do for professional football what Deion Sanders is doing for Jackson State,
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
allow our HBCUs to be exposed and go into a league. And I'm not saying that we got to be separate. I'm not advocating segregation. But if we're
Right,
not going to be treated fairly
right,
and be recognized for our intellect and our expertise in the field, and many times we're the last hired and first fired. I
right.
think the brothers in the league, we got enough NFL players, and we got enough money just in the NFL pool alone
Alone. Yeah,
for some of those retired players who invested their money to become owners and to start our own league. We
yeah.
shouldn't have to beg people to treat us right.
Right, right,
Let's create our own.
right. You're right.
And know it's going to be a fight, because just like the NFL shut down the USFL, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. But anything worth having is worth fighting for.
Right.
And that's just my take on it.
Yeah,
We dominate the league, and let's not just boycott, but let's pull out. And just
yeah,
like with the Montgomery boycott, when they realized how black dollars really help that bus system and that city
right,
government and that city income,
right,
they didn't put them back on the buses because they like black people. It was
right,
about money.
right, right,
So
right.
if we're not going to be treated right in NFL, let's create our own league.
I mean,
That's
the
my
cool
take.
part about it is, I mean, what you imagine? Could you imagine if if all the blacks didn't play, if all the workers didn't work, because the majority of the time, the people that's working at those stadiums are our people and minorities. And we're not going to even talk about college ball, how we're the ones that they're recruiting to fill the seats to give billions of dollars. It's like, man, it would be just a huge statement to say, hey, but I like your idea. Your idea is better. Let's just pull out
Pull
completely.
out. And there's enough stadiums that we don't have to use these big stadiums. They got municipal stadiums, they got
Right,
city stadiums, they got college stadiums.
right,
They got stadiums in cities that's not being used by any football
right,
team.
right.
There's a way that we can market our talent and create a product that people will watch.
Yeah.
Blacks, whites, and Hispanics.
I was tempted. I was talking to my professor about it when I was trying to get into Indiana Wesleyan. I had to write on a subject, and that was one of the subjects I wrote on: the percentage of black coaches in NFL, NBA, and the MLB,
NHL.
MLB, Major League
Okay.
Baseball, and
Yeah, there's nobody in
yeah, it was
NHL.
a horrible percentage, and you know, it's just as you said, it's despicable that you had to put the Rooney law in place
Yeah,
just to do what's fair and what's right. And I'm happy what happened with Bill Belichick. I'm so happy he sent that text
yeah,
because it exposed that y'all were dirty again.
yeah.
Y'all had no intention of hiring Flores.
Right,
You know,
right. And let's
uh,
let's not forget that the Rooney Rule came only because there was a threat of a lawsuit by
right,
the late Johnny Cochran.
right,
The NFL did not put this in place because they
right,
had a soft spot for their hiring practices.
right,
There was litigation. The late Johnny Cochran was threatening to file a lawsuit against the NFL for this very thing, and they responded by compromising and putting that rule in place. And really, it was just a loophole because
hmm
yeah, okay, we'll bring an African American in, and we'll do like what you just said. We'll interview them, but we already know we're not gonna hire them.
yep.
No,
I already
we,
know.
we we know that this is just for show. It's a sham,
Guinea pig.
guinea pig. Yeah,
Yeah,
and if we hire him, he can have a winning season, and we still get rid of him, like
it'll be
like
fine.
Flores.
Right,
Flores had a team that was 2 and I think his first year he had the worst team in the league when he became the coach of the Miami Dolphins. I think they were 2-14 the first year. He took them the second year 10-6. The third year was 9-8, and he was turning that team around. They won seven games straight, turned the team around, and they fired him.
These are the other guys
Yeah,
who had the same record or worse, and they kept their job.
kept their jobs.
But he gets the axe.
He gets the axe.
Quickly.
And I'll give the Pittsburgh Steelers credit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They stuck with Tomlin through it all.
Yes, they did.
And I think Mike Tomlin proved that blacks can excel at that level.
Yes,
because he's been in Pittsburgh and never had a losing year. Never.
Yeah, never. That's right.
To this, we don't know what's going to happen next year because, of course, they're rebuilding.
Right.
But, the Steelers stuck with him.
Yes, they did.
And even when public support was turning against them, and people were like, well, Mike Tomlin needs to be replaced right there in Pittsburgh. The Steelers ownership and management stuck with him. And so even though I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan and Pittsburgh is our arch rivals from the 70s, I want to give a shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers for doing the right thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they did. They did do the right thing. Yeah. Man, so I'm going to pull up this list real quick. The best of my ability. I could probably took a better photo shot of it. I don't know if I can make it big.
Just want y'all to see straight out of Cowboy Nation.
Yeah, it's kind of small, so I might be able to make it big. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, we'll just look at that real quick.
As we get ready, I thought you have two good comments, if I may.
Oh, sure, please, go ahead.
Brooke Nelson said that the league is a new form of slavery. And Victor
Combine
said that the injustice that was done to Colin Kaepernick should be reviewed as well. And I want to say Colin Kaepernick got a program on Netflix. If you haven't
yes,
it is powerful.
I would highly recommend.
I would highly recommend that program by Colin Kaepernick, and it really shows what Brooke Nelson talked about, how it's a plantation and how he paralleled the slave trade and how the slave masters would go and examine and probe the best what they call bucks or black men, and to see how with the combine and how they go into these athletic fields and some of the same things that were done to us in slavery are done to our athletes. They shoot them up with drugs, to make them faster, to make them stronger.
Right.
It's a powerful documentary that I strongly recommend our viewers.
What was the name of it? I can't remember the name of it.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up and get it to you. I know it was by Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, while you got that up, I'll look it up now. Okay. You got the list up.
Yeah. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So as we are
black and white.
Black and white. Yeah, that's it. Black and white. Yeah, if you have not seen it, it's called Black and White. Very good. Well put together. It's very, very, very good piece of work that Kaepernick did. And he's going to be rich for the rest of his life. Please know that. Nike paid him a lot of money.
Yeah.
A whole lot of money. And he won a lawsuit against
the NFL.
Yeah. And so he's an advocate for just doing the right thing.
But it just goes to show, Doc, and I know we got to talk about this list, but I know you're an athlete. You're a basketball player. I think you play some football. So you know that in the African-American culture, athleticism and advocacy was always a part of our culture. When you look at Muhammad Ali and Jesse Owens and a lot of those older athletes and entertainers, they would not, they use their platform to advocate for the fairness and equity of the masses. And you don't see that today.
No.
And believe it or not, the reason why is that in many of their contracts, they have written into their contract that they cannot get involved with social
Right.
and social concerns,
Right.
and they are confined to playing and not speaking out. And
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick went against the grain, and that's why you had that vitriol because he didn't abide by the rule.
That's right. And they blackballed him for
Yeah.
sure. They blackballed him for sure, not to give him opportunity. I was watching Ray the other day, and that scene where he refuses to sing in Georgia. Remember?
Yeah.
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 You know, yeah. And all them guys, Quincy Jones, they played a big role.
Yeah. Dick Gregory.
Aretha Franklin, yeah, played a big role in those civil rights.
Harry Belafonte.
Absolutely. So this list is what we go kind of just talk about tonight. It's rather lengthy. I've chopped it up into two sections, but I guess this will be a very educational show tonight, more so, even more so than what we try to do. But we wanted you to see, and we wanted to highlight that if we were to omit the things that Blacks have invented, we probably wouldn't make it in the house, or we'd just be outside. And we probably wouldn't even be in the house either, yet alone make it to be able to drive a car, traffic light, the whole nine. It starts with the air conditioner. I mean, you don't appreciate
You can
air
stop right there.
until you've been in some serious heat.
Listen, I come from Florida, dog. I know.
Yeah, I mean, the air conditioner. What is that next word?
The almanac.
Almanac. What is that?
Almanac. That's like a book of words.
Oh, okay.
A book of words.
Yeah. Benjamin Banneker. I've heard of him.
He's the one that, believe it or not, Benjamin Banneker, Washington, D.C. was destroyed by fire.
Right.
And the current layout of Washington, D.C. was redesigned by Benjamin Banneker.
Wow.
He redrew the layout of Washington, D.C. from memory.
From memory.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, from memory. The original was destroyed in the fire, and he remembered the layout of Washington, D.C., how it's laid out, the street names, everything. And so what we see in terms of the layout of the nation's capital is because Benjamin Banneker redrew the layout of the city when it was destroyed by fire.
Wow. So DC, the layout is by Benjamin Banneker. The auto cutoff switch. So even if you did have a car, if you didn't have a switch, you couldn't cut it off or on. Granville T. Woods. And then the auto fishing device was by George Cook. Look at when this stuff was invented. 1800s, and one was 1700.
Way back.
Their mindset, ingenuity was just amazing.
Biscuit cutter. You know.
Hey, listen, how many of know something about eating made from scratch?
Yes, sir. Yes, Doc. Not the Pillsbury dough. No. Homemade biscuits, Doc.
Homemade. My Aunt Ruthie and my grandmama. My grandma used to make something called potato cakes that I had never tasted until she had fired that up. But the biscuit cutter.
The baby buggy.
Excuse me.
I guess that would be equivalent to the baby carriage that we have today.
Yeah.
So the prototype, the original idea came from a black person.
Black person. Wow. Big Mama's house. Somebody said raising my hand from Big Mama's house. So I did biscuits. Okay, here we go. Blood plasma bag. Charles Drew. And we know his, man, that dude right there was just amazing.
Major.
Yeah. Yeah. That's life-saving. There's that right there.
Right there.
Blood plasma bag. Chamber commode. We need that too.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah. Every time you go to the bathroom and sit on the throne, thank God.
Thank God. You
Thank God for
gotta
Thomas
call his
Elkins.
name, Thomas Elkins.
That's right, Doc. Thank God. In the name of Thomas Elkins, we sit.
Right. Here we go. The clothes dryer. See, George T. Sampson invented the clothes dryer so we can stop putting them on the line, right?
1971.
1970. Man, that was not a long time.
That was not. And I remember growing up, we used to hang our clothes on a clothesline to air dry. I remember that.
I had no idea that thing was invented in 71. I was born in 70.
I gotta go back and look at that because that seems
that's
seems,
less than 50 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta verify that date.
Oh no, it is what, it's 51?
No, 1971.
Okay.
Clothes dry. George T. Sampson?
Yeah.
No, 1971. Wow. We gotta verify that date. I'm certain that the name is correct.
Yeah.
But we gotta verify that date for our listeners.
That's deep right there. I was born in 75, so I remember hiding in the dryer.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah, and hoping they don't turn it on.
Right. I used to hide in the dryer in a dirty clothes hamper and try to scare my mom.
Lavetta Coleman said that she used a drinking glass upside down.
That's my mama.
When Sister Coleman. Okay, she's sharing secrets.
Yeah, that's mom's. Or they use a drinking glass
upside down
as a biscuit cutter.
Like Martin would say, my mama biscuits.
I'm reading something that says it was in 1937.
Okay, that sounds a lot more realistic.
The first electric clothes dryer, 1937. J. Ross Moore, an inventor from North Dakota, developed designs for automatic clothes dryer during the 20th century.
Okay, so we'll put a correction on that one.
Yeah.
The curtain rod, Samuel R. Scrotman.
1892.
1892.
Yeah, some guy, you gotta have something to hold up your curtain. You ain't got to. So listen, we could do this all night. You from the ghetto when you got you got a sheet pinned up on both sides to cover as a curtain.
And use those wooden clothespins to keep it up.
Well, we can do that all night. You from the ghetto when. Look, that we know that's what you had to have something to cover that big window glass. So
oh yeah, Doc. Oh yeah. And nothing can do it like a sheet.
Boy, go give me a sheet.
And some clothespins.
Thank God for the curtain rod. Listen, there's some people you can drive to some certain hoods right now. They be like, hey, they got a curtain rod out. You ain't got to still do that. Oh man, the doorknob. Wow.
Don't forget the curtain rod support.
Support.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curtain rod support. That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you don't put that up right, it'll fall down.
It'll fall right down.
Look, I remember that happened about a year ago at my mom's house. We was like, what happened? I couldn't blame it on the dog that night.
And make sure you get the right size rod for the curtain.
Right. That's strong enough.
I know you're right, Doc. You put the wrong set of curtains on the wrong rod, Doc. You're gonna have a burial.
You sure will.
Because the whole thing is coming down.
Whole thing coming down. You're right about it. What's next? The doorknob.
The doorstop.
The doorknob. So how would we get in and out the door if it wasn't for a knob? Yeah, the doorknob. Wow. And that's something we do every day.
Yeah.
Every
take it for granted.
Single day. We touch a doorknob. Huh?
We take it for granted.
Yeah. And then the door stop. Keep the door open. Wow. The egg beater.
Egg beater. Thank God for the omelets. There you go. There you go.
I ain't never been an omelet man, so I'm gonna let y'all have that.
There you go. Willie Johnson.
Willie
1884.
1884. Egg beater. Okay. The electric lamp. That gotta be a misprint.
Yeah, lamp.
Lamp bulb. Lewis Latimer. That sounds right.
1882.
Wow.
Elevator. Alexander Miles, 1865.
Now, how many? Now, here's what's so just powerful about this. How many buildings?
Yeah.
Have elevators in?
Yeah. Hotels. Yeah. Schools.
Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah. Hospitals. You name it.
Some churches got elevators.
Churches. Parking garages.
Right.
Stadiums. Auditoriums.
Right.
Coliseums. I mean, the list goes on.
On and on. 1867. And the eye protector by Powell Johnson. That's 1880. Got to protect our eyes. The fire escape ladder. Now, that's an interesting phenomenon too. One of these days offline, I'll tell you a story about how I know about that. I can't say that live on the air.
I have an idea.
But there's a weight on it, right?
Yeah, Doc. Yeah. Yes, sir, Doc.
There's a weight on that thing. And as the weight, fluctuates, that's how the ladder goes down.
Yes, sir.
I learned the hard way.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure that's a lesson that you won't have to learn again.
Ever again. The fire extinguisher, Thomas Marshall, 1872. We invented the fire extinguisher. Ain't that something?
Yeah. Fighting fires.
Wow.
Something we have in our homes. Most of us have one in our homes.
Right. Right.
Churches, kitchens.
Definitely got them in our churches. They need to get inspected every year.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. That's major in itself. Folding bed. Leonard C. Bailey invented that folding bed that's probably in some of your couches.
Yep.
Or rollaways.
Yep.
In the hotels. When you want to sleep an extra person. Wow.
Folding chair. How many church fellowship halls? Folding chairs.
The gray ones.
Doc.
You hear me?
Huh? Oh, I didn't hear you.
Well, we first had wood ones when I was coming up. We
Oh, I
had
remember. Yeah, those. Yeah, yeah.
wooden folding
That's
chairs.
what the party supply stores still. Well, some of them still use those.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got the white plastic ones, and then they got the common ones. They're not metal. I'm not sure what they're made out of, but they're the ones I call professional wrestlers be using.
Yeah, the
Folding chair.
wow. Fountain pen, Walter B. Purvis. That's important. How to write, what to write with. Ink. Instead of dipping the writing utensil in the ink, then writing. Yeah. Now, what is this furniture caster?
Doc, I saw that, but I'm not sure.
Let's see what that is.
What's up, William Carter? Thank you for joining, Doc.
William Carter is in Hawaii. Bless you,
Oh,
sir.
wow. All the way from Hawaii?
Yeah,
Aloha.
he in Hawaii on vacation. He was preaching in Hawaii this morning. I've seen him.
Now you got something to talk about if you can preach in Hawaii.
Yeah, he was in Hawaii this morning. I saw it. I saw it. Yes, I did. Oh, I see what a caster is. I'm about to pull it up for us real quick.
Furniture caster.
I found one.
I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah. Did it go through? Oh, there it is.
Oh.
You see it?
Yeah, that's what like the roller the wheel socket.
Yeah.
For chairs.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, my office chair has that.
Yeah. They also had these on church trucks too for funerals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I didn't know that.
Wow. I mean, now that's important because most things that we move, majority of the time, if it didn't have wheels,
it won't be moved.
Right. We be in trouble. Well, sure we would be. Here's another good looking one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of furniture that assembly, that easy assembly furniture, they'll use those depending on what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me pull it back up. Where you go? Uh-oh. Let me bring it back. What I did with it? Oh, there it is. What were we on? We were on the caster, right?
Yes. I think the next one was the gas mask.
Was that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah, you're right. Gas mask. So firemen really needed that.
Yeah.
Garrett Morgan.
Yeah.
Oh, this next one is amazing. I didn't know that we did the golf tee.
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know that either. And I play golf.
Right, me too.
I mean, every time I go out there and tee off, I'm using something that was created by a Black person. Had no idea.
Had no idea. I bet you some of the white folks.
And you're gonna put the list back up?
Oh, it's not back up. I thought I did. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, the golf tee.
Wow. George T. Grant, 1899. Wow.
That next one is the guitar. Wow.
1886, Robert Fleming. Robert F. Fleming Jr.
And there has been some great,
Yes, guitar players and artists. I mean, that bass guitarist that's in your band. You know, that lead guitarist that's in your band.
Shoot, I wish
Robert
I had
F.
a lead guitar. All right. I wish I did have a lead guitar. Shout out to Jubu John Smith. He plays lead guitar for Frankie Beverly. Played with Tony. Plays for what's the boy's name? That wrote It's All God.
The gospel group?
Yeah, the quartet group.
Yeah. I can't call the name.
Yeah, but he plays for them. He also plays. He's from Oakland, a local guy.
Wow.
And him and his brother are like exceptional. Their dad was a quartet singer. His dad, matter of fact, Jubu played on my daughter's project.
Okay.
Yeah, he played guitar for a project, but his brother is world renowned. He's MD for Layla Hathaway and Janet Jackson. He plays bass. His name is Eric Smith, Pick Funk. Yeah. That's pretty nice. The guitar, BB King, Bobby Blue Bland.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, you got a guitar in church, boy. It'll take you back.
Oh man, yeah. You get the bass guitar in there. It does wonders. It does wonders for your overall sound.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let me switch this over real quick.
George Benson.
Yeah, right. Some great guitarists. Where's the other one?
For those who are tuning in case you just tuned in, we're looking at Black inventors and contributions made by people of color over the years.
All right, the ice cream scoop. That's where we left off. Yeah. Ice cream scoop. I remember there was a store in LA called Thrifty's. And you used to get a single for 10 cents, a double for 25 or 30. Some of the best ice cream in the world.
Those days are gone, man.
You can, if you go to Baskin Robbins right now and get a scoop of ice cream, it'll cost you $1.30, something like that.
Or more.
It sounds so good right now, too. Banana split. Lord help me. My mama's favorite is chocolate fudge.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Thank you, Alfred L. Crowd. Thank you so much for your invention in 1897.
1897. Now, what's your favorite ice cream? I know you got one.
Mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip?
That's me, Doc.
We'll continue to keep you in prayer.
We're praying for you right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What we got next? My daughter would thank God for this. The insect destroyer gun. Albert C. Richardson. My daughter has a discernment for spiders.
Oh Lord.
She can see them in the dark.
Wow.
She'll call me and be like, can you get this spider?
I'm sure she's most appreciative.
Yes, indeed.
The ironing board.
Now,
Sarah Boone, 1887.
now let the church say, man, the same man again, for the iron board. Because some of y'all wouldn't walk out the house without ironing your clothes. Now I'm quite contrary. I'm different. I don't care about wrinkles. It don't bother me. I'll go any type of way. I'm sure I haven't ironed 100 times in my life.
I'm using the ironing board, Doc. I'm using it.
You using it?
I use
I may
it.
not use it myself, but I know
I use it.
my clothes gotta get done,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The ironing board has a special place.
Yes, it does. There's some out there that y'all ought to tell them thank you. Tell the Lord thank you for that
Yes,
iron
Lord.
board.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Sarah Boone. Thank you.
Yeah, that's very important. That ironing board. Well, the keychain. We use that every day, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gotta have something to hold our keys together.
Yeah. Brooke Nelson said the ironing board is a friend of mine.
Man, I seen a dude the other day with a crease so tight in his pants. I was like, I don't know how this dude is walking.
Cut through concrete, man.
His crease was so tight he could have took his pants off and stood them straight up. I guarantee they would have stayed. So that dude was in the army or something, bro. Wow. I was like, dang, how can he walk? That thing it was like a straight diagonal line. Like, Lord have mercy.
Frederick J. Ludin, thank you, thank you. 1894.
1894. Ain't that something? Now, this next one is very, man, now that lantern, that's come a mighty long way.
Yeah.
And
it's a foreshadow for so many other types of lighting.
That's what a wick is in there?
Yes.
And you light it, oil, keep oil in your lamp?
Yep.
That'll preach. Was that the wives? Wait, was it the 10 wives or something? In Matthew?
The version. The 10 versions.
10 versions, yeah, that's it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Michael C. Harvey.
1884.
1884. Wow.
The lawn sprinkler. John A. Smith, 1887, 97.
Somebody ought to give him thanks for that because you don't want to water the grass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Doc.
Thank God for the timer. Not when you just got your car washed, though. You know, the Saints don't be liking that.
No, sir. No, sir.
They don't be liking that at all. Hey, go Pastor Braxton. I'll see you. 5 wise and 5 foolish. I'm just trying to find a good one.
Help them, Lord. Black history, my friend, Black history. The list is before us. The list is before us.
Lord Jesus, the lemon squeezer.
John Thomas White, 1893.
I got a quote. Can I share my quote? My daddy told me. My daddy always talked in riddles, right? And he'll say, boy, sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Oh. Wow. You're talking about 5 wise and 5 foolish. That was 10 wise right there.
Yeah.
No room for foolishness in that
No
one.
room for foolishness.
No.
My mama say, stay focused.
You tell your mother I tried.
Church him. Oh man. Don't be laughing at me, Brooke. What's next? Oh, here we go. The lock.
Washington A. Martin, 1893.
Now, man, I mean, now we haven't listed, we could have been listing the things that we have to deal with every day. This is one of those again.
Yeah, every day.
And this is so important because, you know, while we sleep, that lock is doing this job. You know, whether you got the ring or not.
Doors. I mean, think about how many things come with locks nowadays. Cars, vehicles, buildings, lunch boxes, freezers, everything. Everything has a lock. Home.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go anywhere. Well, at least here in America, I know in some rural areas, you know, they don't worry about locking things up because they live by a different code.
Right.
But typically, I mean, the lock is an everyday necessity.
Yes, it is. Heck, we got it on our phone. Lock your phone. Lock your phone. Watch. Lock this, lock that. So for every gate, there's a lock on, right?
Yes, sir.
He said the gates of hell shall what?
Not
prevail.
Not prevail.
We stopped reading too soon because what he keep on saying, he keep on reading. He said, I'm giving you what the keys. Click. Every gate got a lock.
Yes, sir. Every door has a lock.
Exactly. Yes, sir. The worst thing, I remember messing around with my brother. We used to hop fences, and I was be quick to hop a fence. And one time I was already up. He was like, it was already open. He just walked through. Didn't check to see if it was unlocked.
You didn't check the lock, Doc. You didn't check the lock.
Just ready to jump it.
That's a sermon right there. Check the lock, Doc. Check the lock.
Make sure it works.
Well, I want to talk about check the lock.
Check the lock.
Yeah, check the lock.
The lubricating cup.
Roger McCoy.
I don't know that.
1895.
It's a lubricating cup.
Yeah, we could just move on, Reverend.
Next.
Yes, sir, Doc. Yes, sir.
The next one is the lunch pail.
Oh. Oh, man.
Thank the Lord.
James Robinson, 1887.
I remember my lunch pail. You remember yours?
Yes, sir, Doc. I remember.
I remember I had a lunch pail.
I had Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids.
I had an NFL lunch pail with all the NFL teams.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, with the different helmets.
Different logos and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's man. What was your favorite lunch that your mom put in? I know my mom used to give me some cold chili dogs. I tear them things up.
Cold chili dogs.
When I went to New Life Christian School in Linwood, C.C. Coleman was the pastor.
I think my favorite was always the hot dogs. I love hot dogs.
Yeah.
Even now, I'll eat hot dogs. Hot dogs and either peanut butter and jelly or bologna sandwiches.
Bologna. So what you know about bologna? You ever fried that bologna, sir?
Oh man, come on, y'all. I'm from Florida, man. What you know about fried? What you know about fried bologna?
Hey, you know you from the hood.
Nah, you don't know nothing about that. And then when it started lumping up in the middle and bubbles,
Oh man, we used to make
oh man.
Pac-Mans. We used to slice and make a Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know you from the hood when you put the bologna in the pan, bro.
Yes, sir.
I one of my old members, rest her soul, Mother Mary Gary, from my first church I pastored. One year, I think mom was in Mobile, Alabama. My brother was in North Carolina, so I was pretty much here by myself. So I spent New Year's Day with them, uh, her and her family, mother of the church. And man, when I tell you, she was like, "You gotta eat this bologna, Pastor, to have good luck." I was like, "No, ma'am, I'm good. No. It went from you gotta, that you like, boy, you gonna eat this bologna. You ain't gonna mess up my family tradition. Come over here now." And I was like, okay. I don't want you to beat me up, mother. She went from being pleasant, bro, pastor, like, Negro, you gonna eat this bologna. those New Year traditions. What you got in your family that y'all gotta eat something special? Have you heard of eating black eyed peas?
Black eyed peas.
Heard of black eyed peas, yeah.
Black eyed peas. And they gotta be done the right way.
Gotta be
Yeah. Yeah, black eyed peas over rice.
All right.
Sister Rochelle Orr said, I love me some fried bologna.
See.
Your mom said, now you're talking about Black history.
See. Some fried bologna with some tang. Church say
oh,
tang.
Man, come on now. What you know about tang? Come on, man. Come on, what you talk about that tang, man?
What you know about that orange tang, Doc?
That orange tang.
Let the church say amen.
What's tang, Doc? Where'd that come from?
Say amen. And say amen again, man. Yeah. Listen, I don't know where it came from, but I know it shows good. I know that. And it came from NASA?
NASA.
Is that right?
Yeah. Anthony Braxton said you got to burn the edge of that bologna.
Well, that he's from Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Well, that's
my god brother right there. Yeah. He know for sure.
Brooke Nelson said put a dime in the black eyed peas.
Yeah, man, that tang and that government cheese.
Oh, don't talk about the government cheese. Come on now, you can't. No, don't talk about the government cheese, man.
I remember we got that government cheese. My brother ate so much we had to take him to Kaiser and Bellflower.
That cheese gives you the best hamburgers, the best cheese, the best grilled cheese, the best anything you put that cheese on, Doc.
Man, that stuff was so thick.
Doc, you got to get some milk to drink it down. Man.
Right. That government cheese, boy, was something else. Oh my God. What's after that?
Mailbox.
Oh, see, that's another everyday.
1891.
That's another one right there. Every day.
And these are things that we all use, Doc, and don't realize
single day.
That you know we are using the creativity and the invention of our ancestors.
Hey, and also what's cold is no matter what race you are, you got to use it.
Right. Yeah.
Some of these things, if you go exist, you got to use it.
But you know, in terms of the inventions on this list, Doc, they were all invented with everybody in mind.
Exactly.
There's not an invention on here that was targeted toward Black people or a specific group. They were all created with the idea of making life better for everybody, whoever used them.
That's right. You're right about that. Absolutely.
Brooke Nelson said in San Fran, all the Baptist churches, not churches, not. She said all the Baptist churches. I mean, like they're the only churches with government cheese.
No, all the churches.
All the Baptist churches passed out government cheese to the community.
Yep. Yes, sir. What's that next one?
mop.
Yeah, we gotta give him thanks and praise for the mop.
Thomas W. Stewart, 1893. That's another everyday item.
Everyday item.
Every day. Somebody somewhere is using a mop. Every day.
Right now. Right now. Right now. Yes, they are. Gotta use it every day. Okay. I was looking at the ones coming down the road because the wording was covering it up because I was able to see it and I made it bigger. Peanut butter.
George Washington Carver, 1896.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Peanut butter and what? Jelly?
Just peanut butter sandwiches.
By itself?
Yeah, by itself.
Oh no, man.
Oh, man, you don't know what you're missing, Doc.
You peanut butter and celery?
No, peanut butter sandwiches. Just the peanut butter on the bread by itself.
That's just as thick as all that cheese. The nasty, I tell you, this was nasty when they would make toast and put butter and jelly.
Oh,
that is horrible.
Put what on it?
Butter and jelly.
That's not nasty.
Yes, it is. Doc.
No, it's not. No, that's not nasty, Doc.
I thought you said you was from San Bernardino.
That's not what I said. I said I'm from Florida.
Where was you born?
We put. See, now we're not talking about now. You want to be technical. I grew up in Florida, where we put butter and jelly on toast.
Man, that's just.
The toast got to be a little warm though. You don't want to put it on dry toast. The toast got to be a little warm so the butter can melt in with the toast. Then you spread the jelly on top of it while it's a little warm. If you don't like it because somebody didn't do it right.
I don't eat butter when I know of it, so that's my problem.
You don't eat butter?
No, when I know of it.
We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray for you, Doc.
Yeah, I'm gonna stretch my hand.
We're not talking about margarine. We're talking about butter.
What was it? Parquet. Them old school commercials.
I got some help. Braxton said, Walt, say so, man. I'm with you, Walt. It ain't nasty. I got a witness.
Yeah.
Brax also said, and this is so important, the sad part is that the black man never got any royalties of the invention. That's sad.
That is sad.
That is sad. And that's the reality. And many times, Doc, the inventions our ideas were taken and patented. Because we were not able to get patents on our creation. So there are so many things right now that are on the market that were stolen, ideas that were stolen from black people, taken from them by their slave masters or by other our European brothers and sisters. They patented, and they're still getting paid this day
because of it.
Yeah.
And you talking about reparations? Come on, bro.
And the blacks never got. They came up with the idea, they came up with the concept, but it was stolen.
Yeah.
Stolen legacy.
That's cool.
And there are some families right now that have made it rich.
Off of that, yeah, you're right.
Off of taking the ideas of black people.
No bills, no nothing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The next one is the pencil sharpener by John L. Love. Was that I? No, it's L. Love. John L. Love.
John L. Love.
97. Yeah.
I remember being in elementary school, man. They had the pencil sharpener on the wall. You had to
go like that. What you know about that, bro?
Come on, man.
Did you used to play pencils? I used to. No, I didn't, Mama. No, I didn't. Let me stop.
You better be mindful. You about to tell on yourself.
That's why I said that. They used to play. I used to watch. They used to play. That's
talking about what they call I forget what it's called.
What all these broken pencils doing in your pocket?
No, we did that, man. We did that. We would take a pencil and somebody would hold one this way, and then
have all these dents in it. And you got to get the right leverage. You got to get the right leverage because if you might break the pencil that you're using.
Right. But that's how we had fun, man. We were creative. And we would sit there for hours. We wouldn't do our homework in class because we sitting there breaking pencils.
Timothy Webster, what you know about that boy playing the pencils?
Go ahead. I'm listening. Keep talking.
I don't know what we're talking about. I just got what I heard. You know what my brother was telling me? Hey, listen,
it was called pencil break.
My brother was telling me about that.
It was called pencil break. That's what the name of the game was, pencil break.
Hey, and if you were the king, well, you get much respect. Man, don't take
that. And then some people used to get the rubber pencil. Remember the rubber pencils that looked like they were wood?
Yeah,
and they cheap.
Yeah. Now here's one that we all can appreciate: the record player arm.
Oh, they're not ready for that. They're not ready. This generation don't know about it.
Remember, it'll go.
Ooh. Oh, come on, man.
And if you had a dope one, it'll pick it up and return it.
Yeah, Doc. With the 45s and the albums, yeah, man. Come on, Doc.
Know about that, man.
Come on, man.
Know about that record player arm.
Come on, Doc. You ain't ready.
It was
with 8-track on the side.
Oh man, what you know about that?
You ain't ready. You ain't ready.
That thing will play all night.
Yes, sir, Doc. Yes, sir.
And then when they got through playing, it'll lift it up and it'll take it. Hey, you know what? That'll preach. Man, it'll preach. Because here we go. When they got through playing and it finished playing the whole record, however many songs on it, it will lift it up and return it back to where it came. Let the church say amen. That'll preach at a funeral. It'll lift it up and because remember, it normally picks it up and bring it over, then drop it, then play it. And when it gets through, it'll lift it up and take it back.
That's what he'll do. He'll lift us up and take us back from where we came.
Once he finished playing us, right?
Yes, sir, Doc. Yes, sir.
Let the church say amen.
Once the music is over.
Once the music is over. The arm is gonna lift you.
Yes, sir. That mighty arm.
That never gets tired.
Yes, sir, Doc. You talking, Perk.
Yeah, man. The rolling pin.
Oh, man.
John Reed.
Yes, sir. 1864.
Wow.
Pizzas and cookies.
Right.
My grandmother had a rolling pin and she would roll that dough.
Scratch it.
Yeah.
I think my grandmother hit me with that one time.
Oh yeah, it was also used as a disciplinary too. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't just for dough. It had other uses.
Yeah, I think I got caught with that one time. If she didn't hit me with it, she definitely threw it at me. And she had a throwing spear, whatever was close by.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. The next one is a shampoo headrest by Charles Orion Bailiff. I believe that's what it says. Let me make sure.
1898.
Yeah, that's it. The shampoo hair. So that's for those that when you lay your head back and you lay your head back in the sink.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what the when you go to many
salons,
not barbershops, but salons have.
Some barbershops do it too.
Women know about that.
Yeah.
Braxton gave you a sermon title, Doc.
What do you call it?
Arm of Life.
Now, I almost used it as my topic today. Your arms are too short to box with God.
Yeah.
I almost used that. I was talking about Job, but I just called it God is my mediator. Yeah. The arms of life. He will bring you life.
Yes, sir.
The next one is covered up, but I was able to read it. And we need this for all of our cars. It's a spark plug.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
And the last name is Burger, I think. Well, I'm trying to read behind the words. Berger. Yeah, Burger.
And that's 1889. Look like
Yeah, 39.
39. Okay.
Mm-hmm. We can't do nothing without that doggone thing.
No, sir, Doc.
And the cold part about it, they cost so much money.
Yeah, Doc. The cars today, definitely. I mean, if you have an electric car, but that spark plug, it's needed for cars. Sometimes lawnmowers have them.
Right.
Riding lawnmowers have them.
Hey, hold on, bro. Wait a minute. Now you do know we used to take them lawnmower engines and put them on a go-kart, right? That's how we know about those spark plugs.
See, now you're really going way back now.
You know you from the hood when.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If the lawnmower don't work no more, oh no, we just gonna take out the engine and we're gonna throw it on the back of this.
Yes, sir, Doc.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Doc. And get about another 5 years out of it.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was the go-kart, you know. You go use that lawnmower, that engine, put a little gas in it, you good to go. Now the next one, we definitely I hear you, Mathis. The next one, I can't even say all the ladies because some of the men needed it too. That straightening comb, when they was putting that stuff in their hair to relax.
Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker, first black millionaire.
Yes, sir.
First black woman millionaire. Yeah, that's 1905. Straightening comb. I remember the smell.
Oh yeah.
Straightening comb in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, Doc.
That thing on the stove.
Yeah.
Somebody out there ought to testify. I know my mama knew about it. She got it burnt a few times.
Yes, sir. Doc, you forgot the stethoscope.
I forgot it. Oh yeah, we definitely need that. That's to hear your heart, right?
Yes, sir.
And isn't that amazing?
Thomas A. Garrington, 1876.
We invented the stethoscope.
Every doctor has one.
Every doctor has one. If you ain't even legit if you ain't got that thing around your neck.
Yes, sir, Doc. You're a bootleg doctor. You're a bootleg doc. If you call yourself a doctor, that's almost like saying you have a doctorate and you don't know what a dissertation is.
Oh.
You calling yourself a medical doctor, but you don't know what a stethoscope is, man? Come on.
That was cruel, bro.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you go be a legit doctor,
be legit, man. You gotta know your craft. You gotta know what you're using.
Know what a dissertation is. Hey, where did you publish your book? Did they publish your work? Publish my work. What you mean publish my work?
Publish? What that mean? Read it in public?
Doc Walthouse, share what you did your dissertation on.
Mine was on the comparative aspect of ministries and programs in the Black church. Mm-hmm. And then of course from that dealing with other aspects of ministry, The Suffering in Silence became my book.
Mm-hmm. So because of all the work you did, it's almost like writing a book. So you just went on and published it.
Yeah. We don't publish it, Doc. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can't wait. Shout out to my mom. She started her PhD last month, and she'll hopefully be graduating from Biola University in 2024.
And Dr. Perkins, VU.
And I pray to start mine in August.
Yes, sir. He'll be getting his master's.
In May. Graduation in May 9th. Yeah, we gonna be in Virginia that week. Yes, we are. Go celebrate. Celebrate. I ain't even going to
Celebrate
church.
good times. Come on.
I'm gonna stay on the East Coast that Sunday. I'm gonna get that degree and get that new church. Yeah, what's the next one? The street sweeper.
Street sweeper.
Charles Brooks.
1890.
Gotta keep the streets clean.
You know, Dr. King used that in one of his quotes about if it falls upon your lot.
Really?
Yeah. He said if it falls upon your lot to be a street sweeper, sweep streets like Michelangelo painted paintings.
Wow.
Sweep streets like Beethoven wrote music. Sweep streets so profound that all the host of heaven will have to stop, pause, and say, there lied a great street sweeper who did his job well.
Yeah.
Because if you can't be a highway, be a trail. You can't be the sun, then just be a star.
Yeah.
For it's not by size that you succeed or fail. Be the best for whatever you are.
Yes, sir.
Dr. King.
Yes, sir.
Black History Month. Had to get it in there, Doc.
Gotta have that in. That was perfect. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yes, sir. Man. Now, have you been to his memorial?
In DC or in Atlanta?
Atlanta.
At the King's Memorial? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's powerful, man. It's powerful.
And I was in revival out there, and the driver, the guy that was driving me, asked me what I wanted to do. And so I say, man, I haven't been, I want to go see it. And so he was like, well, this is what I was like, hey man, I'm trying to have a moment. Stop talking to me.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah. And Coretta is
right next door.
Side by side. And they have the Eternal Flame. And then they have the King's Center. And then, of course, Ebenezer Baptist Church across the street. And then, next door. And then you have the his home where he was born down the street.
Yeah.
But Doc, if you ever in Memphis, Tennessee, go by the Lorraine Hotel.
Oh, man. I went there. And that,
oh, my God.
You talking about just, man.
Doc, there's no way. You cannot cry.
One of the most eerie feelings I ever had in my life. One of the most eerie feelings. I mean, the fact that they just glassed off the room, the bed, and like, man, and then walked across the street where they shot him from. I was like, man, that was so. I actually was at the last time the National Baptist Convention was in Memphis. That's when I went.
I encourage every African American, if they can, to go and experience that, man. It is a life-changing experience.
Yes, it is. It's more, it becomes more than just a story you heard.
Right.
For sure.
Right. Because when you go to other museums, like the National African American Museum in DC, you got the Civil Rights Museum in Birmingham, and you have others across the country.
Right.
That's more for information. That's more for, you're going to be informed.
Right.
When you go to the Lorraine Motel, it's an experience.
It's an impact.
Yeah, you're impacted.
Yeah.
By that. You really, it brings everything home.
Yeah.
And then to go by the Mason Temple, which is where he gave his last speech. I've been to the mountaintop.
Man.
And stand in that pulpit, or to stand, or sit in that church, knowing that there stood Dr. King, April the 3rd, 1968. His last night on earth.
Man, I've preached at a couple churches where he stood, and I was like, one of them was in Brooklyn, called the Bethel Baptist Church, and when they told me that man that came there to preach, I was just like, what? He stood here?
They should have told you that after you preached, Doc.
I was in
That'll mess you up.
Yeah, I was. I had to really work hard to compose myself. Like, man, this is really like where he stood, man. Like, amazing. Like, it's another church in Monterey where he came here to California, went to Monterey, and they have pictures of him behind the pulpit, and they saved the pulpit even after they remodeled the church. It's powerful, man. It's real.
Wow.
Real powerful. Yeah, but I haven't got to DC yet to get to the memorial. I want to do
Oh
that.
man, the DC Memorial, it's nice, but it's not like Atlanta. It's not
Uh,
like Atlanta. It's nice. It's nice.
mm,
It
mm.
kind of blends in with the other monuments around, around the mall.
Right, 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 right. The next one is the phone transmitter.
What's that? G5, 5G?
My mama can tell me about that if she's still on. She used to work for the phone company. Mom, if you still watching, can you break that down for us? I think that's one of those things where you plug in the cord and where they had the board. I think.
Oh, that goes way back.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that man,
yeah. I think that's what it is. If my memory serves me correct. My mom, when she first started the phone company, that's what she was doing, that type of work. Okay, one of these days we gotta tell her story. My mom is a phenomenal woman. She she had an auntie, my grandmother's sister, who used to clean bathrooms at the phone company. And so she got sick one day and asked my mom would she go to work for her. She went to work for her, and she, on her break, happened to be talking to some other workers that actually worked for the phone company. And she was like, "How y'all become employees here?" And she was like, "Just take a test." And she took a test, and next thing you know, 30 years later.
Wow.
But all because she was willing to clean a bathroom. Some people would have been like, "I ain't going to clean no bathroom for you."
God, when you humble yourself,
Man, you will be exalted.
you'll be exalted. God will exalt you in due time.
My mama was on the planning committee that created Star 69.
Wow.
You remember that?
Wow.
SS7. Yeah. My mom's is a phenomenal woman, man.
I remember Star 69.
Yeah, yeah. You can call people back.
Yeah.
She was on that Pacific Bill, that originating committee to help
Wow.
put that
That's
together.
that's 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 major, man. That's history.
That's history. Here we go.
And
That's
she's sitting on a history making committee and started cleaning in the bathroom.
See that she said part of the equipment used to complete a phone call.
That's the transmitter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. She was like one of the only few Black managers in the Bay Area. Had all kind of guys and other ethnicities up under her, but she held her own. Held her own, man. Gotta give her that.
Granville T. Woods, 1884.
Wow. Thermos control. Thermostat control. That's important.
Yes, sir, Doc. That regulates your temperature in your house.
I was reading a book by Warren Worsby. He said, God knows what he's doing. He got his hand on the thermostat and his eye on the thermometer.
My God. Frederick M. Jones, 1960. That's a sermon, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Got his hands on the thermostat and his
And his
eye on the
eye.
thermometer. Lord have mercy. Woo!
I think we're gonna be all right.
Doc, Doc, that's your close right there. Reverend, that's your exit. That's the exit right
That's
there.
the exit.
Doc.
Yes, sir. Look, he knows how much we can bear. Ain't that right? Well, here's the next one. That we just wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
The traffic signal.
Garrett Morgan.
We wouldn't have made it to church. Having to stop and wait.
Wouldn't make it home. Wouldn't make it to work. Wouldn't make it to the store, to the mall, traveling.
Trains wouldn't know when to go or stop because of other trains coming.
Wow.
Traffic light is major.
And again, man, all these inventions were made with the betterment of life for everybody. Wasn't targeted to a particular ethnic group. And that goes to the legacy of our people, man. We've always tried to fight, even when you look at the civil rights movement and that struggle. We weren't just marching for Black people.
No.
We were marching for women's rights. We was marching for the rights of the poor. We were marching for the rights of the handicapped. We were marching for the rights of Indians, the Native Americans. There were so many other things outside of the color issue that the civil rights movement was about. And again, man, in our country, our fight has never been only about ourselves. It's always been about the advancement and the fairness of everybody. Brooke Nelson said that his brother was the first black male operator at Pac Bell in San Francisco.
Yeah, mom's. I think that was, I can't remember what street that was on. My mom probably knows because she used to go over there all the time. She used to work in San Francisco. Matter of fact, it was one of those major earthquakes. It was 93. I got stuck in both earthquakes. I got stuck in the 1989 earthquake on my way to football practice, me and my dad. And a freshman in college, I got stuck in the 1993 earthquake. I was in Compton for the weekend. And when that earthquake hit, it tore up the freeway and a whole bunch of other things. But all the calls got shipped to Northern California.
Isn't that the one where they had the baseball game going on?
That was in 89. Yeah, that was a World Series. But it was another one in 93 in LA that I got stuck in that one too. That one hit about 3 a.m. Or we all thought we was gonna die because of the sounds we heard.
Wow.
And my mom, I remember she had called to check that I was okay. Because I would normally, what I'll do is I'll go to church in LA on the weekend when I was a freshman in college because I was going crazy because I couldn't go to church where I was at. It wasn't the type of church I wanted to be in. I'll say that. And I'll stay there. I'll drive down Friday. I'll stay till Monday morning and get up early Monday morning about 5. And me and some of my teammates will drive back. But when that earthquake hit, it literally destroyed the freeway that we would take going back home. It split it in half, like broke it into pieces. So I mean, thank God we weren't on the road, that we were asleep. But all those calls from Southern Cal were getting shipped up to Oakland, and it was running. Everything was Southern Cal was running through Oakland. It was crazy in San Francisco.
Wow.
I remember my mom telling me that because she had to go into work immediately because of what happened in Southern Cal. Major. Yeah. Well, the last one is a tricycle.
Matthew A. Cherry, 1886.
Did you have a big wheel? I had a big wheel.
Doc, who didn't have a big wheel?
Yeah, big wheel, boy. We rode.
You know you from the hood, man.
Hey, and you know you're from the hood when you ride
tassels.
that big wheel with one foot and the other one on the like you're not sitting but you're standing.
Yes, sir, Doc. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then the girls had the tassels. They had the tassels on the back on the handlebars.
Yes.
And then you used to ride, and then you swerve.
Oh man, did you have the one with the brake on the side?
Make that donut. You do the donut.
Did you have the one with the brake on the side?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, they ought to bring big wheels back, man. I promise you, man. We had fun growing up.
We had fun, man. We had fun.
Shoot. And we didn't have to spend a lot of money. We didn't have to spend a lot of money to have fun.
No. Tic-tac-toe, hopscotch.
That's my car.
Yep.
Man, wow. Well, it's been real tonight. I mean, we decided to do something a little different. Black history, and just kind of remind us that can't nobody rob us. They can rob us from not paying us for what we invented, but hey, everything that everybody does every morning, everything they touch, a Black person has something to do with inventing.
And Doc, we have to do a better job at sharing this with our own.
Yes, we do.
This is not going to be told to our people in school. This is not going to be taught. One thing our Jewish brothers and sisters have on us, and it's a biblical principle that God told them to teach your children's children.
Yeah.
Generational. They teach their children generationally about their history, about things like this. So when you talk to a Jewish person, They know their history, they know their culture, so they have a sense of identity. And
Yeah,
unfortunately, with our people, man, God says, "My people perish for a lack of knowledge," and we just don't know. We don't know the greatness,
yeah.
that we're connected to, or the greatness that runs in our veins. We just don't know.
And not only that, but I'm sure that there's some things, man, that we're still inventing. You feel
Yeah,
me? Some stuff. I mean, I know that we got some computer techs. I mean, computer engineers right now are starting off at 200 grand a year.
wow.
And IT people out here in Silicon Valley. And what's not shared a lot is that it's a lot of Black women and a lot of minorities that's down there. It ain't all white folks. It's
But you
not.
never hear that,
You'll never hear it.
and you never see it. You never see the Black IT
And
uh, specialists
we
and
got
professionals.
Google headquarters out here. If you
Yeah,
go and they let you do tours, if you go do a tour, you'll be surprised about what you see. Facebook headquarters out here. Be surprised what you see that's keeping those Fortune 500 companies. YouTube is out here. Instagram is out here. All these major, social media platforms are out here, and you'll be amazed who's keeping it going and who's running it.
and they don't have the problem that the NFL have about not
Talk,
hiring
man.
Blacks.
Talk, man. Talk, man. I was trying to come up with an acronym for that NFL besides National Football
Not
League.
for long.
I like it. Not for long.
No Flores leave.
I was trying hard, boy.
No Flores. Now leave. No Flores leave.
Yeah, man. And you know what got me is they responded too quick.
Yeah, and that showed you how serious their attorney made. I thought it was a very important observation that they put more time into investigating whether or not footballs were deflated or
Inflated.
inflated, as opposed to this accusation in terms of responding. They went weeks before they made a comment on what took place with the Deflategate. It took them less than 3 hours to come out, with a response and said that they're baseless and without merit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And now the commissioner is trying to walk it back.
Oh, he's trying to backpedal now.
Yeah, he's trying to backpedal now, like always.
Yeah.
And usually they backpedal because now something that came out where there's some evidence.
Uh-huh.
Now there's because you wouldn't come out that forceful about something being baseless and without merit, and
Right.
then 2 days later, now you're backtracking. And what happened? They came out, they spoke too soon. But I guarantee you, as they begin to investigate this, talk to people, now it's not this man is lying. There
No.
is some merit to this.
Yeah, it is some merit to it.
There's some merit to it.
Absolutely.
So now the commissioner, who's really a puppet for the owners.
Yes, that's all he is. That's all he is.
He really has no. Roger Goodell has no. That's his name, Goodell.
Yeah,
Goodell.
that's
He has no power about hiring. They can put together all of the rules and regulations, but at the end of the day, owners hire coaches and their football staff.
You know what I wish was a commissioner? I
Who?
wish one we could get a Black commissioner.
That won't happen.
Nah, we know that never happened.
That's not going to happen.
No, that never happened. But I wish that what's the name was a commissioner before he passed, who was a commissioner of the NBA.
Stern?
David Stern. I think David Stern would have had a better, at least he understood, I believe, more
I don't think so.
diversity.
Because you're dealing with a different mindset of owners. The NWA, I mean the NBA, I think has 32 teams. I think. How many teams in the NBA?
32. You're right.
32. Out of the 32 teams, they got 14 Black coaches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's still not, that's almost 50%.
Almost 50%. Now, when you look at the number of Blacks
Owners.
in the NBA, you're talking about roughly 80 to 90%.
Right.
That's Black. But at least half of your teams have Black coaches. That is a far more equitable representation. Not only that, you have blacks in management.
Yeah.
You know, you got black
GMs.
executive personnel.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
league league executives. So I
Yeah.
think the NBA has a much better method. And I think David Stern would have been dealing with a different mindset of owners. These owners, to me, and I'm saying this as a Dallas Cowboy fan, you know, lifelong fan of the Cowboys, watching the NFL. But you got to speak truth when truth is there. Regardless of my being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, I will say there is a problem in the NBA. I mean, in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones has a problem.
Yeah.
You know, he owns my team, the team that I support. There's a problem. He has a problem. When you look at the number of blacks, you know, in Dallas on that team, you look at how many are playing on the field, and then look at the number that's in executive management. Look at the number of coaches on the sideline.
Hell, he didn't want to pay the quarterback. Remember?
He didn't want, but he paid Tony Romo.
Right.
And he has a track record of not paying black quarterbacks. Black quarterbacks have to, you know, go through arbitration and sit out and do all this thing to get paid.
Right.
He paid Ezekiel Elliott.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I think the statement that you opened up with is probably the best thing that we could ever do.
We need to create our own league.
Create our own league.
And put, you know,
call it the NFWL, not for whites league.
We can't do that. Can't do that, because there will be some whites to come and play. There will be some.
Right.
You know, and that league, I believe, will be a more diverse and equitable league.
Right.
And we know that our athletes can compete. You look at the Negro League, baseball league. If the Negro baseball players were allowed to play against those major league players, I guarantee you, a lot of those Negro League teams would have beat these major league teams
for sure.
Handily. Satchel Paige,
hands down.
You know.
Hey, I've been trying to get. He hasn't been feeling well, but I don't know if you remember Dr. L.K. Curry.
He played in the league.
Yes, sir. Plays in the league. He played in the league, and he was. I had the privilege to drive him for 6 days, and man, he started telling me stories about Satchel and just playing with all them guys, and I was just like, man, I'm in history 101.
Jackie Robinson was one among many.
Yeah.
And they said that he wasn't the best. They're saying that there were others in the Negro League at the time he played that were better and faster.
Yeah.
But he was the one, for whatever reason, got on the radar, and he became the one that made it possible for everybody else. But then what he went through a whole year being in the locker room and the team not talking to him.
Yeah.
You know, he got to wait for the white players to come out the shower for him to go into the shower. Yeah. Or if he walks, or if he's in the shower and they're walking in, they walk back out and you know.
Yeah.
And he was better than some of them on the field.
Right. Absolutely.
He was better than some of his own teammates. Absolutely. And they looked down on him simply because he was black. He was a better player than them, faster, stole more bases, had more hits, and yet they looked at him as being inferior. And he was facing the same pitchers they were facing.
Right.
He's
same
hitting,
ball.
they striking out.
Same ball.
Same ball.
Yeah. Well, man, it's been rich tonight. I love the innovation. People already said they were blessed by it. I love the information that was shared. And if you do want a copy, you probably can get a better copy than what I had. Just go online and probably type in Black inventors. I'm sure there are probably many more. This probably is not half of what's really been told of more inventors that have invented things. But man, it's been a joy tonight as always. Just being in your presence, and thank you to our listeners. I know it was different, but I think it was needed, and we're gonna try to do whatever we can to kind of highlight Black History this month with the few Sundays that we have. Man, anything you want to say, bro?
No, man, I just enjoyed it, and hit that jingle.
Yes, sir. Go hit that jingle.
It's the A.L. Curtain Show, where we keep it, where we keep it. It's the A.L. Curtain Show, where we keep it, where we keep it. It's the
Cowboys.
A.L. Curtain Show, where we keep it, where we
Yes,
keep
sir.
it, where we keep it. Logical, encouraging, accurate, and real.
Have you ever been to a stadium?
Not yet. Not yet. Next time I fly through Dallas, I'm planning on going.
Where we keep it, where we keep it. It's the A.L. Show. Where we keep it, where we keep it, where we keep it consistent, logical, encouraging, accurate, and real. It's the A.L. Perkins Show.
Hey, it's the A.L. Perkins Show. We keep it clear, consistent, logical, encouraging, accurate, and real. My man, Dr. Walt Howard, thank you again for chiming in. Hey, thank y'all for y'all time. Hope you was able to learn some stuff. And look, press share, send it to somebody they need to know what we invented. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place. We out. All right, man.